Last time out, we took our unbeaten run to 15 games in total. Have we continued that run, and can we continue the run today? Let's go and find out. Hello and welcome to episode 50 of From the Bottom to the Top, as we try and take a National League South side, in this case Weymouth, from the bottom all the way to the top. And this is our journey. My name's Mark, and on today's episode we have for you two games. First up, match day 19 in the Vanarama National League against Guiseley, and then we'll play Boston United in match day 20. Well, since you were last with us, we've only played one game, and we did go away saying that we would play two games. The reason why we've only played one game is fairly simple. In that, as you know, we drew Boston United. I'm not sure whether we drew Boston United or it was an either or. And it ended up that Boston United won through. In fact, we could probably check that out in a minute in a replay, which meant that we've ended up with Boston back-to-back. So we just thought, well, we don't really want to do a Boston United episode. So we'd come back a little bit early, catch the Guiseley game at the moment in 23rd place. Boston United, of course, in 6th. So it's quite a key game as far as our season goes. And then, of course, we'll play them again in the next episode in the FA Cup second round, as we try and get through to the third round for the second season running. Originally, of course, we were going to do Boston United and Scunthorpe, and then, of course, the second FA Cup second round got in amongst them. Don't forget, if you enjoyed today's episode, leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button, and leave me a comment. Let me know what you think of the series so far. Just do anything you want, really, in the comments column. If you've got a how-to video you'd like me to do, drop them in there. Let me know what you think and what you want me to do in future. Don't forget, you can keep up to date with everything that's going on this channel by following me on X at JustOffsideFM. There you go then. One other thing to mention, of course, is the video of the how-to for the kits. If we go back, I think I can go back. Not in that screen, it's not. I'll find it in a minute. Where is it? There. Here we go. At the top here, the three kits. If you want to know how to get a third kit into your game, you've only got two. There is a video out. I will put a link above and down below in the description so you can follow that. Right, since you were last with us, we have played one game. As you will have noted, probably if you're eagle-eyed, you'd have seen that we played Chester, who are not doing too bad in the table themselves, actually. They were right behind us in third place, going into at the end of the last episode. We'll check on that in a moment. But we did manage to get past them and beat them 1-0. It wasn't easy, I can tell you. We ended up playing a 4-3-3 with a defensive midfielder, and this is how the game panned out. And Abdulmalek getting the only goal after 23 minutes. They helped us a little bit. Gemmell getting sent off on 64, which made their day a little bit more difficult. But having said that, we still had to be on our full mettle, and another 1-0 win. That's two games, only 1-0 I know, but in both cases clean sheets as well. So this was the goal from Abdulmalek after 23 minutes. That's a tongue twister, if ever there was one. Hammond rolls the ball out, and the ball's out here, but it's cut short. Prescott gets in there. Abdulmalek shoots it, drives it along the ground. Hammond not really ready for it. It goes underneath him, and it's a 1-0 lead at half-time. And as I said, it stayed like that and made more difficult for them after 64 minutes when Logan Gemmell got sent off for a second yellow card. Throw into Bolton, and the ball into the area, comes outside, and Gemmell tackling. Who was it he tackled? Peters, who's on the floor there. I can't see his name above him. And second yellow card, off he went. And there it was. 11 shots, 6 on target, 1.16, 56% of the possession. They had 6 shots, 4 on target, 0.20 and 44% of the possession. Not an easy game, but we came out on top, which was excellent news, of course. That's how it is. Let's have a look at the table then. Halifax still top on 43 points, but we're only 2 points behind them now. We've really closed them down, and it's getting a bit sort of thingy at the top. We just need to keep going and hope that Halifax do a slip up. Might be the day that we go top of the table. Let's hope so. We have a 3-point gap now over Chester, who are in third place, so we don't want to slip up now, otherwise we give them the advantage back. Technically, we are some 7 points clear of Oldham Athletic, who are in fourth place. Scunthorpe, who we will play probably in the next episode, are in fifth on 31 points. Then Boston United, our opponents today, on 30 points. They've only won 1 of the last 5, drawn 3 and lost 1. So they're in a bit of a poor bit of form at the minute. Now's the time to catch them, I think. York City, the last team in the playoffs, also on 30 points, but an inferior goal difference over Boston United. And then Solihull Moors, just outside the playoff places, are on 28 points. So we're sort of 13 points clear of them. I think that's how it works out. 13 points clear of Solihull Moors, just outside the playoff places. So I think we're okay for a playoff place at a minimum, hopefully. In the drop zone still, we have Southend, Chelmsford. Our first opponents today, Guiseley in 23rd, Aldershot down there in 24th, and just outside, 4 points clear of Southend. Gateshead are in 20th place on 18 points. Then come a raft of teams on 20 and 21. So a lot of teams that could get sucked in there. Fylde, Torquay, Colchester, Yeovil, Eastleigh, Rochdale, amongst others. Rochdale and Colchester, of course, getting relegated from League 2 last season. So they're not doing particularly well in the National League, finding it difficult to get back onto par. A quick check on the medical centre. Nobody in the medical centre with Brayley is on his way back. James Jones also back from minor injuries. So without any more to do, let's get on with it. Guiseley are our opponents then. They have Batang outs, who's suspended. We have one player that's on trial with us that we can't use, of course. Never played them before. They were promoted out of the Vanarama National League North last season. So they will be going back there if they don't butt their ideas up. Let's hope today isn't the day that they butt their ideas up. And here is the team that faces Guiseley in this Vanarama National League Match Day 19. Roan is in goal. Linton, Grante, Armitage and Holman are defensive line. Solanke, Morris and Lorenzen Jones in midfield. Abdul Malik sits behind Cooper and Wareham up front. On the bench today, Ransom, Candlish, Ella Bolton, Glory and Zingo and James Jones. And here we are. This is the Guiseley team. Drawn 2 of their last 5, lost the other 3. Playing a 4-2-3-1 today. We're sticking to our revised formation that's done us so well. As I said, we need to win 1 more to break our straight wins record. We are second on 41. They are 23rd on 9 points. Inside the first minute, Holman with a free kick. Armitage, Wareham to Grante. Solanke, back to Armitage, moving the ball around nicely. Morris, Holman comes forward. Holman looking for a bit of space to get across in. He's got Laurenti Jones there. I'm just going to call him Jones. Morris into the area. Morris looking to try and get across in. Couldn't get it away. Holman, Solanke has a shot, but it's over the top. Have a corner. Pennant with a corner, swung into the near post. Armitage gets there. Wareham upfield. Abdul Malik is on the run. He's been tackled and couldn't get that ball away. Trying to hold it up while everybody else got there. And Guiseley moving this ball around nicely, but they've given the ball away. Cooper is on the ball. Cooper goes round his man. Cooper pulls it back. It's been saved. Wareham, though. It fell nicely for Wareham. And his 4th goal of the season gives us the lead after 10 minutes. Like to see what actually happened in the middle of that, because it seemed to come back. Cooper really sort of like feigned his man there. Pulled it back. Abdul Malik is blocked. And it fell nicely for Wareham. Wareham had a bit of work to do, though. Throwing on that far side. 12 minutes on the clock. Linton and Solanke working together. Linton with the ball now. Crosses it in. Wareham on that near post. Pulls it back. Solanke. Solanke has a shot. It's gone in. I'm not sure what the goalkeeper was doing. 2nd goal of the season. And we go 2 up after 13 minutes. So all of a sudden we've turned the pressure up. Wareham, nice bit of ball. Back heels it to Solanke. And it took a bit of deflection. But it counts. 24 minutes on the clock. Saya kicking that ball out. It's headed on, but Linton is there and tidies up. Garante back out to Linton. Linton comes forward. Garante. Linton. Morris. To Wareham. Wareham, who's a bit deep, but he's okay. Holman, he's as a target forward today. Holman crossed that ball in. Abdul Malik. Ooh, just wouldn't come down. Nice ball. Holman doing Prescott-typey things out there. And Abdul Malik couldn't get over it to get it down. 28 on the clock. We have a corner. Linton crosses it deep. And a penalty's been given. Somebody was held up there. A Garante was pushed by Simpson, apparently. Who's going to take this penalty? I'm not sure who's on penalty duties. Wareham. Oh, he's put it in the top corner. A goalkeeper went the right way. A 3-0 lead then. His 5th goal of the season. He's 2nd for the game. And he got a start today. Putting it away. Goalkeeper not quite getting there. Ball out to Linton. Linton comes forward. I'm not sure what he was trying to do there, but it wasn't through to anybody. And they are on here. Pennant comes in. Oh, good save by Roan. It was definitely tucked and shot away, but Pennant with the corner. Back out, Pennant again to the edge of the area. Pennant! But nothing coming of it. Didn't see the end result. Bends through to Pennant. Pennant on a run. Pennant gets his shot away. In fact, got a deflection. But Roan equal to. They have a free kick. 40 minutes on the clock. And Oldham Athletic are losing. Pennant! Oh, it's come off the woodwork. Roan missed that completely. And it's out to Pennant again. And Roan makes another save. Roan is doing a champion job in goal today at the minute. But we've been a bit susceptible towards the end of this first half. Pennant with another corner. It's swung in. It's headed away. Sparrow back to Pennant. Need to sort Pennant out because he's causing us a problem. It's gone forward to Abdul Malik. Abdul Malik, what's he going to do? He needs a bit of support here. It's got Wareham on this far side. Free kick. Wareham with a free kick. 46 minutes on the clock. 2nd minute of injury time to come back off the woodwork. Oh! And Jones misses an open goal. The goal was gaping. Wareham round the wall. Hits the post. And there's all this goal. Jones is coming in. And puts it wide. Half time has arrived. Oh, well. Wasn't all our own way, boys and girls. Despite a 3-0 lead, I think we probably were way out in front and they come back into it as the game went on. We had 9 shots, 3 on target, 2.36, 66% of the possession. They've had 8 shots, 2 on target, 1.14 and 34% of the possession. We've definitely got possession-wise, but we've let them have chances, which I don't think, by the looks of it, sooner or later they'll profit from those, and I don't think we should let them have them anymore. 57 on the clock. Kendall with a throw in to Sparrow. Crosses this deep. Garante with a header, but it's not clear. And a goal. Roan come out for it, missed it completely. And they get one back on 58 minutes. Oh dear. Garante not getting rid of that ball. And Roan come for it, missed it. And he's done so well up until then. And with 66 minutes on the clock, making one change, Lorenzen Jones. He's not had a good day at the office, really. We've replaced him with Elliot Bolton. And with 77 minutes on the clock, making our second change, Jack Holman has picked up a knock. Hopefully it's nothing too more. It's not come up as an injury, but he's struggling to wear it off. And he's had a good game out there. We've brought Candlish on, who would normally play on the left. But he's going to play on the right just on this occasion. Kendall with a throw into Pennant. Pennant cross this ball deep. Oh, it's gone. Oh, it's been kept in. And Ashman crossed it back in again. It's headed clear this time by Solanke. But they still have it. Kendall. Ashman. Ashman. We're going to need to keep him at bay. And it's Pennant through. Oh, no. No. It's gone in. And they've got a second back, and it's 3-2 now. That 3-goal lead is slowly diminishing. And having taken that lead, we've looked a bit poor, to be fair. Struggled through Roan's legs, I think. And with 80 minutes on the clock, making our final change, Abdul Abdulmalik has come off. We've replaced him with Glory Nzingo. See if he can pull the strings behind them front two as we look to hang on to this slender lead as it is now. And with 8 minutes of added time, we did manage to hang on to it. But goodness me, it looked a bit dire at one point there. We had 12 shots, just didn't get them on target. And they thwarted us somewhat throughout the game. And all in all, Pennant was a bit of a pain in the proverbial. 7 key passes, 3 clear-cut chances and a goal. I'm surprised he didn't get player of the match. It was only for the fact that Jaden Wareham got 5 key passes, 1 clear-cut chance, 2 goals and an assist that gave him the player of the match. 12 shots then, 3 on target, 2.59, 61% of the possession. Guiseley had 15 shots, 6 on target, 1.98 and 39% of the possession. Once again, teams at the bottom of the table cause us more problems than teams at the top of the table. Let's go and see how we are in the table then. I can tell you that Halifax Town were winning at half-time. Let's hope that the other side, I think they're playing Boston actually, have managed to equalise. So here we are, roundup of the day's results, and a couple of results going in our favour. Kobe Moore giving Halifax a lead at half-time, a minute into injury time, and they took a 2-goal lead after 66 minutes, again through Kobe Moore. But Boston United weren't to let go. Johnson and Goodwin getting goals after 74 and 81, meaning a 2-2 draw. More of what that means in just a moment. York City 2, Altrincham 1. The other result that's gone in our favour is Chester 0, Chelmsford 0. So as that stacks up, this is how the top of the table looks. We are second, literally on goal difference. Halifax Town on 44, top. We are second on 44, closing in on our prize. We're getting ever closer. We've still got a long way to go, though. Chester are third now. We are 5 points clear of Chester in third place. So that's looking good. 10 points clear of Oldham Athletic in fourth. Scunthorpe in fifth. York City are sixth on 33. So we're 11 points clear of them. And 13 points clear of Boston United and Solihull Moors. Boston United, last team in the playoff places as it is. And we've got them to play. Solihull Moors in 8th place. Down in the bottom there, Chelmsford losing as we know. Guiseley losing as we know. Aldershot must have won, I'm guessing, by the fact that they've caught up. No, they lost to Eastleigh, 2-1. The other was a scoreline there. Scunthorpe beating Rochdale. Rochdale getting ever closer to that drop zone, as I said, relegated last season. Colchester, though, beating Gateshead and leaving Gateshead just above that trapdoor. That's how it is then. After our first game, we have a second game. We're a week away from it. It's a game against Boston United, another team that were promoted last season. I don't think we've played them in this series. No, we haven't. They were promoted. I'm not sure if it was from the north or the south. I will check it out in between. We'll come back just ahead of that game with all the team news and any other news that crops up in the meantime. Well, what I'd omitted to tell you, of course, was that there was a draw for the Isuzu FA Trophy third round. So that is going to come up, of course, in a future episode. Boston and Scunthorpe next time out, and then it will be whoever we draw and Eastleigh in the episode after that. So the draw for the Isuzu FA Trophy third round that is then. Let's have a look at the draw. Quite a big draw to draw. There's 30-odd games to come out of here, I think. So we'll get underway as quick as. And Guiseley, who we've just played. Are we going to get them again? No, Chester are, though. Guiseley versus Chester. FC United versus Stafford Rangers. Warrington versus Halifax Town. St Albans City versus Dorking. Tamworth versus Marine. Eastleigh versus Tavistock. Weston-super-Mare or Woking will play Merthyr. Bradford Park Avenue will play Boston United. Slough Town will play Barnet. Chippenham Town will play Billericay Town. Kidderminster Harriers will play Scunthorpe. Alfreton Town will play Oldham Athletic. Braintree will play Yeovil Town. Frome Town will play Gloucester City. Maidstone United will play Aldershot Town. Ebbsfleet United will play Whitehawk. Wealdstone will play Dagenham and Redbridge. Hartlepool will play Gainsborough Trinity. Halesowen will play Colchester. Darlington will play Scarborough Athletic. Chelmsford City will play Southend. Altrincham will play Long Eaton. Concord Rangers will play Grays Athletic. Kings Lynn Town will play Rochdale. Eastbourne Borough will play Weymouth. We're playing Eastbourne Borough from the Vanarama National League South. We have played them before in the National League South, I think it was. We're going to do the rest of the draw and look down the rest. Atherton Collieries versus York. Solihull Moors versus Gateshead. Farnborough versus Havant Waterlooville. South Shields versus Macclesfield. Telford versus Fylde. Torquay versus Hampton and Richmond. Basingstoke Town versus Bromley. So we are away to Eastbourne Borough then in the FA Trophy. Let's have a look and see how that fits in the schedule. And there we are for context. It is so Boston and Scunthorpe next episode. And then it comes Eastbourne Borough and Eastleigh. Two South Coast rivals there to be played in that episode. Right, as I said, I will be back ahead of the game against Boston United. I did check it out. They were promoted from the Vanarama National League North last season. Well, with a full programme in situ today, I can tell you there has been some games played midweek. And of that, there's a few teams that have played 20 games. Aldershot have only played 18, I noticed. Chelmsford losing to Dagenham and Redbridge by a goal to nil. Oldham and Solihull Moors playing out a 1-1 draw. Rochdale and Boston, who played in midweek, which means they won't be on. They haven't had such a break as we have. 0-0. And Yeovil Town beating Colchester by 5-3. It's not really changed anything dramatically in the table. So it's as you were, so to speak. And as I say, that brings us round to today's games. The key one for us, of course, is immediately is Halifax Town are playing Scunthorpe. Scunthorpe, who are in 5th place. So no pushover as such. and they may well give Halifax a run for their money. The other game that is sort of key to us is Chester, of course. They are away to Yeovil Town, who are currently down in 15th place. So they are the games coming up. As I said, Boston promoted from the Vanarama National League North last season. We've not played them yet in this series. So team news, everybody's got a full squad, apart from our one player that's on trial. So let's go and have a look at the team then that will face Boston United in this Vanarama League, National League, Match Day 20. And here is the side that faces Boston in the first of a double header against them. Roan continues in goal. It's Linton, Blythe, Armitage and Holman across our back line. Boston, Solanke and Gasper are in midfield. And Nzingo is behind Peters and Jones up front. The only thing I need to double check, I think he's better as an attacking advanced playmaker. That's his best position. So as I say, he's sitting behind Peters and Jones. And then on the bench, we have Garante, Prescott, Braley, Abdul Malik and Jaden Wehrman. And here we are back at the Bob Lucus. And our usual formation by now. A little bit of tweak to it, obviously, over the last few games. Boston United have only won once in their last 5 games, but not lost. 4-4-2 they played today. We are in second on 44. Boston are 7th on 32. Three minutes in, first highlight, and Peters through to Linton. Linton on this this side finds Nzingo. Nzingo pulls it back for Bolton. Bolton to Linton. Nzingo! Oh, and the goalkeeper had to get hands to that. Otherwise, he was going in, and he puts it behind a corner. It's going to be a short one. Nzingo to Solanke. Back to Nzingo. Nzingo runs, creates a bit of space through. I'm not quite sure what that was all about. Wasn't what he had planned, that was for sure. Linton and Nzingo pulling the strings there in that sort of deep roll, and it was a good save. Wickens in the I say Bolton, it's not Bolton. In the goal for, and it's through, and a goal from Jones. Sorry, I was talking. Boston United. That's who I was thinking of. We'll see that again because I wasn't really concentrating, was I, properly? But it's Jones getting the goal. Scunthorpe have got one up against Halifax Town. We could go top, boys and girls. Peters through to Jones. Jones steadies himself, takes the shot. Wickens can't keep it out. Roan with a goal kick. It's out to Linton on this near side. 35 on the clock now. Bolton. Linton. Linton through to Peters.
I don't know that one.
Thank you, Alexa.
Anytime.
Don't know why that happened. Armitage to Blythe. Must have been said something or other which alerted up. Blythe to Linton. Solanke. Back to Linton. Nzingo finds Peters. It was a bit close though. Bolton and Linton. Back to Bolton. Bolton finds Nzingo. Nzingo through to Jones. Peters! He's put it away. And our second goal, his 10th of the season. And on 37 minutes, we take a 2-goal lead. As we know, we had 3-goal lead in the last game. And nearly got undone. So we need to be careful. We need to be as good in the second half as the first. Good goal, though. Question whether he was offside. Jones getting 1 goal and supplied the other, but he's onside when that ball's passed. Half time has arrived and it's a good first half. They've had 4 shots, 1 on target, 0.43, 42% of the possession. We've had 13 shots, 5 of which have been on the target, 1.36 and 58% of the possession. Jones and Peters the scorer. Peters basically been supplying one another. The assist for Jones' goal was from Peters, and the Peters goal, the assist was from Jones. So, good first half. As I said, we don't want to capitulate like we did in the last game. So we'll be looking for very much the same in the second half. First highlight of the second half, 46 minutes in. It's a long one. It's deep. It's headed away by Holman into the path of Gasper. Gasper comes forward. Jones in front of him. Gasper out to Holman. Holman out on this side. He's got Armitage in support. Back to Holman. Going backwards at the minute. Armitage has Blythe, who's in acres of space. Switches sides. Linton now. Linton on that far side. Bolton. Back to Blythe. Blythe to Linton. Blythe through to Bolton. Bolton. He's going to come forward now. He's got it into the area, and Nzingo's made a wonderful run. Cross it in. Peters is, and there's a penalty. Wilson pushed Jones in the back. And Peters will take the penalty. And he's put it away. It's 3-0. And 11th goal of the season for Amika Peters. And, well, I think that's pretty much done. But I wouldn't count my chickens too much. We've seen it happen before. Solanke with it. It's 8:53. Goalkeeper gets rid of it. I think it's gone out for a corner. It has indeed. 54 on the clock. Linton with this corner. It's deep one. At the back post. Oh, and there's another save. Gone for another corner. Goodness me. Pressure on. And their goalkeeper is doing very, very well. Nzingo on that side. It's to the near post, but this time it's headed over the top. 56 minutes on the clock. They have a free kick. Armitage heads it away. But Plange, I think that's Luke Plange, but he's been stolen. Nzingo again. As I say, whether we can hang on to him or not, I don't know. But Bolton, through to Bolton. Bolton's on his own. Oh, good save by the goalkeeper. And it's gone for a throw-in. Throw-in on that far side. 67 on the clock. Linton with the throw-in. Throws it into Bolton. Back to Linton. Linton into the area. And Nzingo pulls it back for Bolton. Bolton has a shot. It's come back off the woodwork. And Jones couldn't get it away. Holman across the... Oh, and a save again. Goodness me, that goalkeeper is good. I like him. Albeit we put 3 past him. And Nzingo with that corner. It's swung in, but he comes out and collects. Wickens. And the highlight, I was going to say it was going to continue, but I don't think it was. Bolton, though. First go. Comes back off the woodwork. It's blocked by the defender, Wilson. Jones, it runs away to Holman. Holman back into the area. It's a shot through the legs from Peters, I think it was. And goodness me, Wickens getting there. Free kick. Nzingo over the ball. He's had a go, but it's rustled the top of the net, and that's all. Roan with the goal kick. Out to Linton. We've not made any changes yet, just in case you wondered you missed something. I don't see any reason to. We've got 7 days rest down to the next game. Blythe. Solanke. Back to Blythe. Linton. Linton to Blythe. Back to Linton. And he's nearly give that away, but managed to salvage it. Bolton. Through to Nzingo. Nzingo pulling the strings. Nzingo has a go, and it's not far wide. And with 80 minutes on the clock, making 3 changes, and all 3 in our defensive line. Josiah Linton has come off. We moved Blythe out to the wing-back position. He's been replaced by Jake Garante, who comes on in place of Linton. Holman has come off, and Alfie Prescott has a run out. We've also taken off Luigi Gaspar and brought on Ethan Brayley, who's coming back from injury, to give him a little bit of a run out and a bit of game time. A free kick, 81 minutes on the clock. Nzingo, and had to make the save, and it's gone in that corner. It's cleared. On the ball, but the ball given up again. Jones out wide now. Jones, he's gone round his man, pulled it back. It's fluffing around there. And it's all over. It's a 3-0 win. 2-0 at half-time. Amika Peters 3 minutes into the second half, getting a penalty, making it 3-0. And, well, that was quite a good game. 28 shots, 13 of which were on target, 3.85. George Wickens in the Boston United goal. To be honest, he was something else. We need to put a tabs on him, I think. Just keep one eye because he may be useful. 3.85 on the XG, 59% of the possession. Boston United had 8 shots, 3 on target, and 41% of the possession. The rest of the team didn't really turn up, as it turned out. And as it stands, we've got another game against them in 7 days. The other question is, has Halifax Town either lost or they were drawing when I last looked, and that mean that we go top of the table? We'll see in just a moment. Well, we do finish the episode on top of the table, and now we need to start to open a bit of a gap between these guys immediately behind us. Halifax Town only managing to get a draw against Scunthorpe. Scunthorpe were leading after 10 minutes, but Nevers getting an equaliser after 30, and they couldn't break the deadlock between them. So it's ended up 1-1, which means we have a 2-point gap at the top of the table. Chester lose to Halifax Town, which means that we've gained an even bigger run on them. We're 8 points clear of Chester now in third place, bearing in mind that we were on equal points with them not that long ago. So at the moment, it's turning into a 2-horse race. Oldham Athletic are in fourth on 38. They beat Barnet 3-1 today. Scunthorpe, who we will play in the next episode, they, as we know, managed a 1-1 draw against Halifax Town. York City, they are 6th on 34 points, a 3-3 draw against Fylde. Hartlepool moving up into 7th place. They had a win today. They are on 33 points, 2-0 win over Solihull Moors, who are dropping away like a brick at the moment. Boston dropping out of the playoff places by virtue of that loss today. They are on 32 points, as are Dagenham and Redbridge and Solihull Moors, and then it's so on and so forth at the bottom of the table. Aldershot have actually clawed themselves off of the bottom of the table. Guiseley now taking up that space at the bottom. Guiseley losing today. Aldershot Town beating Altrincham by 2-0. So at the bottom it's Southend, Aldershot, Chelmsford and Guiseley, albeit Southend, Aldershot are 5 points away from Southend, but Gateshead getting sucked in, and Rochdale, Torquay and Altrincham, I would suggest, not far off it either. We're going to come back for the next episode very quickly. It's Boston United again at the start of the next episode, this time in the FA Cup, if we want to progress through to the third round as we did last year. And then it's a National League game, 21 against Scunthorpe, and our chance to cement ourselves at the top of the table. Let's hope we can do it. Join me and find out. Hope you've enjoyed today's episode. If you have, don't forget to leave me that big thumbs up, subscribe, hit the notification button. Keeps you up to date with all future episodes of Bottom to the Top and our other series, Irons in the Fire. Of course, it's in its final season with that one. And we're looking to see what we're going to do next. A few ideas in the pot, but if you've got any ideas, leave them in the comments. New episodes of Bottom to the Top released every Tuesday and Friday at 4:15 p.m. And the best way of keeping up to date with what's happening on this channel is to follow me on X. At JustOffside2 is where you need to be with that one. Keeps you up to date with everything that's going on the channel. Thank you for watching. Hope to see you for the next episode. It's going to be episode 51. It's out on Friday. Till then, have yourselves a great week. Bye-bye.